MVP Phoenix were really left for was a Phantom Assassin. Is that going to be good enough?
I think the Phantom Assassin is actually a pretty decent...
Very fast. He's going to lay out the Tombstone. He might be able to get the first blood here in the bottom lane. Going for solo. Here comes the last couple of right clicks from KP. They managed to get that cold embrace, but the magic damage is still going to be there. And Solo will end up falling for the first blood. March takes that one, and they even push back both Pasha and Sayumat Slayer.
Pose this entire time. He's got 11 CS to start the game. It's not as though a Dazzle is the best support at solo harassing anybody now. And so the laning phase is going to go pretty well for Vega as at bottom. Bevy's going to be the target here as he goes down.
Easily cleaned up. March now is going to be the next target of Vega Squadron. Look at that. Pasha trying to go for the body block, but March just proves to be time. There is double bottles coming in through this courier. Huge. This could actually just win them the laning phase straight up if Bevy manages to snatch it. Leading one, another right click will be able to get it. Meanwhile, QO
he's in there
for no one. He's actually trapped out. QO trying to get up. Nice block with the Ice Shard. And they will be able to get some damage now onto QO. He needs a jump, but won't be able to get out. The cooldown was still there. And while they do take away that double bottle for 3 minutes, Q able to take out the Queen of Pain, which would be a huge upset. So he's got to be really careful with his HP and how low he drops. Now the bottom lane, they're going to try and go on this Undying. Lays out the Tombstone, but it looks like there is still enough damage. Starfear's going to come in big, but there is still the Doppelganger to make sure the Undying goes down. The Tombstone is still up though, and that means Solo is surrounded by zombies, plus a Storm Spirit. Now with the Dazzle joining it, an easy counter kill there. 1-for-1 trade-off.
Yeah, you did have to rotate 3 heroes. They're doing an okay job, but I think Vega is also pretty satisfied with this trade. Is at bottom, Feby's going to get initiated on.
Yeah, Febby dusted up and doesn't really have too much escape, but he does have March able to give him the heals, and now Sam the Slayer tries to make the TB out, but a Shuriken is there to intercept, and it will be a big turnaround there as Vega Squadron try and dive a bit too deep and end up giving away a free kill.
There, I think the call was originally to go in, and then he wasn't really sure if they wanted to overcommit for this, but Febby at bottom, he's out of mana right now, and Phantom Lancer is diving quite far for this.
He just needs the vision to be able to get that last lance on, but he actually sees him. Yes, to pick that one up. The rest of the team is coming in from the side, though. QO, the first one on the mark. As the weed starts taking away the Phantom Lancer's armor, this physical damage out from the Phantom Assassin is going to make short work of Pasha. Another 5 seconds for a Doppelganger. Really, he just wants to get to the Ancients to deny himself, but no such luck. QO cleans him up with the coup de grace crit.
And that's
the other down. But when you put the Storm Spirit in the safe lane, essentially, for MVP Phoenix, and are able to grant him all the free farm he wants, not contested in any way, he's able to get that Orchid before the Queen of Pain potential. But Mass TP's coming up. Already the Tombstone laid out. They go for the back. Warnuts is able to get off the Shell Grave, and now no one is going to be turned around on, but there's just not enough magic damage in the pool. No one doesn't have a blink quite yet. Another 5 seconds. KP, the last couple of right clicks. Zombies chasing him down. They will be able to get the kill. The Tombstone finally dies. QO making the reintroduction as he tries to jump in and get some kills. Bebby blocked out by a beautiful Ice Shard will be the next casualty of MVP Phoenix. They try and make their way out of this one. Storm Spirit zipping through that one. QO realizing he's not going to be able to make his way out. No, he does. He actually jumps over the Storm Spirit. Still being pursued out. The Lance comes in, finishes them off for a double kill on Pasha. And now KP, with very little mana left, is going to be run down by Pasha, who has the Ion Shell on top of him. TP rotations coming in, but it's just not going to be in time. A big win for Vega Squadron as they take control of the first team fight.
A beautiful fight by Vega. P, I mean, they're going to look for a fight again soon because of the type of lineup that they have, but Vega, with this top gank at the same time, is going to slow them down even further.
Yeah, March, he heals himself up, but it's not quite enough, and now they get the free Tombstone gold on top of that, which is a pretty big fact.
Eventual death ball that they want to shoot for, and they're doing a good job. They're like, okay, we're not even going to give up a tier 1 tower.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful snag. Managed to get the dust out, and Febby is trapped like a rat. He's going to try and go for the TP out, but no luck. 10-5 now in the favor of Vega Squadron.
Vega's just saying
now, but it looks like Vega Squadron know exactly what's happening. They're already smoke up and are ready for the defense. Question is, who's going to come out on top in this team fight? The Queen of Pain could get a really big entrance here. Already the dust getting laid out. There goes the Tombstone. Mitchell's first back him up and really controlling QO as he gets caught. Warnuts now gets off the Shell Grave the last half second, but it already seems to be a lost fight for MVP. The only hope is KP is able to pick up at least one kill. Gets it on the Winter Wyvern, but now trying to make his escape, but is completely out of mana, sort of trapped. 3 heroes go down from MVP Phoenix, and that Roshan is left with only 3k HP. It seems like Vega Squadron can actually take that for themselves. Snowball their way through what was a neutral network lead by 15 minutes.
Febby gets caught again by a blind Ice Shards.
beautiful. Same with the Slayer, just on the money right now.
Into this game and take back some map control is the difference in net worth. It's starting to climb.
That second Oblivion staff is on the way for the Storm Spirit, but the Orchid's still not ready to go, and May behind enough distance for MVP not to go in, but never mind, they already jump on a solo, trying to finish him off immediately. A couple of crits and they might be able to get it, but no, the Winter's Curse gets laid out. Yes, the Winter Wyvern's down, but a really good snowball sets everything up with a Sonic Wave on top, and MVP Phoenix just crumble under the pressure of Vega Squadron as they go through 3 heroes and are now well set up to take that Tier 1 tower. They kept Pasha alive, they kept the Darkseer alive as well. It seems these heroes are just spiraling out of control as they now take this Tier 1 tower off, and hope that changes your fortune.
Yeah, definitely. I like the fact that they're still playing aggressively. Like, if you noticed, on the side of MVP, they knew when the Roshan was going to go down, and so they counted it out. So let's look for a fight, but at the same time...
No one! He's actually jumped in. That leaves QO a perfect opportunity to be able to jump in, but no, the Cold Embrace is now going to stop it. Now the Cold, and the Winter's Curse on QO controls him, and the blink away from our Queen of Pain is going to be able to get him out. KP trying to jump in, but rapidly running out of mana as the Diffusal Blade is just too much to handle. QO goes down, and Warnot's being pursued out by Pasha. Throws out that Purge, and will be able to get the kill on the support quite easily. 2 down from MVP Phoenix. Vega Squadron march roughed uphill.
Yeah, as I was saying, Vega, they knew the Aegis was about to expire. Next down is 2 heroes are still dead for MVP, and Vega just not allowing the Bounty Hunter track to make any sort of impact this game.
Yeah, without a single one team fight here. Now they're actually going to be able to grab Zeo the Slayer, but again, the Cold Embrace is there, and KP is completely out of mana. The Tombstone is laid out. The zombies attempting to slow down the retreat of Vega Squadron. QO now jumping out of Zeo the Slayer. Needs a couple more, but the snowball goes off. That's going to delay his death significantly. He still is going to go down. But I think Vega Squadron just managed to keep their losses to only 1 hero, which is quite significant.
Yeah, that's a pretty, I mean, I don't want to say good move by him, but he by himself is able to 2v1, and he's not even afraid at this point, right?
Oh, the vacuum managed to snag KP. That's a pickoff right there. Unfortunately, without any mana, there's no escape, and Vega Squadron now...
KP actually has to just YOLO for this and go for it. Because even if you're wrong, okay, he's a little bit too late, but even if you're wrong, you have to at least try to... Blinks in!
That was not the play. Blink forward, it's immediately taken out. Oh, what a great vacuum into the Winter's Curse, controlling everyone. MVP Phoenix got a great pick off, but are now in serious trouble as now the Phantom Blades at the back is able to clean through a couple more heroes. 4 down, and QO on the run. He's going to try and buy a TP scroll from the side shot, but it's on cooldown. He can't even get back to his own base. MVP Phoenix are left with no defense now, as the middle lane is already pushed in, and Vega Squadron will go straight for that bottom lane of Rax.
All right, when you hear about those combos, you know, the vacuum into this, into this, into this, it's rare that you actually see it pan out. But in this instance, like 3 times this game, we've seen the Winter's Curse into vacuum. We even saw the Shiva's Guard there get popped off. The only thing missing was the Queen of Pain ultimate. You lose the Queen of Pain instantly in the fight, your mid hero, and it doesn't even matter because Pasha is just so strong on that Phantom Lancer. No natural counters on the side of MVP Phoenix, and we're just seeing this lineup roll through.
Incredibly good coordination from Vega Squadron, as they even seem to have cut their losses. Once again, they're not going to lose a single...
Simply wants me to change anything to keep running, get some track kills off. And right now we're seeing KP try to go for this, but that Cold Embrace, I mean, this Winter pick is just working out so hard right now. KP is going to get initiated on, going to go down, and
people to TP are not really in a position to be able to defend, even if they could get there. Now you have the snowball jumping in already. Femi is going to be going down. It's left with only 3 now for MVP Phoenix. Their only hope now is the fact that they've got the Tier 2 tower still alive in the top lane, which means, and I love the fact that they're not just waiting and sitting back inside their base, they're going to try and get the jump on Vega Squadron.
They have to wait for the BKB though on QO. It's got 4 seconds left. He's going to throw the dagger out and
jumps out now, Sonic Wave. QO already dropping quite low. The Shadow Grave goes off just in time. He now addresses, but the Winter's Curse played out. No one is just standing in the middle of all of this one on Beast. Solo is now dropping quite low, but the Cold Embrace kept him alive. MVP Phoenix have already dropped a few. QO is coming back for vengeance, alive number 2, but still can't grab anybody. Vega Squadron are managing to dodge all of this one, and MVP Phoenix actually called GG halfway through the fight because they can see the writing on the wall. Vega Squadron are just outplaying them every step of the way in these team fights, and not much hope for them in game number 1.
Yeah, if you're MVP Phoenix, I mean, that's clearly not how you wanted the game to go, but I think this was more of a drafting thing than anything. You saw the Cold Embrace pay off against a team that had almost no magic damage.